I've been given the task to recommission a Honda RC30, an iconic bike with a tremendous race pedigree, ridden by Jeffries, Steve Hislop, Joey Dunlop, Phil McCallen, Freddie Spencer, Freddie Merkel, Carl Fogarty, the list goes on. TT winning bike, and I am a lucky boy to be able to play with one. I've taken the tank off, the seat unit off, found the first of the problems. On the fuel tap, it's all broken up, so I've ordered a new repair kit for that. I'll show you around the bike a little bit because it's interesting. The carbs, you pop straight into the needle without taking all the screws out. That's fine, isn't it? So I'll get the fuel tap done, and I've probably got to have the carbs off. Brakes are seized, so that's what I'm going to do as my next job, de-seize all them and get them back together. Quite nice, isn't it? QD front wheel, nice bike. Don't often get a chance to see them like this. RC30 stripped down, fair enough on that. I've done the brakes. Nice little bit of lock wire I put on for him. I've done the fuel tap. I managed to find a repair kit. All this part was broken up. So my job today is the carbs. They're solid. So we get them off, strip them down and have a look. Let's just have a look around the other side of the bike. That's all quite trick. I bet a few of them got broken off on the track. It's all welded. I expect the HRC one was a bolted bracket. Down this side. So, what I'll do now is just get the carbs off and have a look. Right, got the carbs off. What I'm going to do, just pour some petrol in and see what happens. Slides are all free, so it'll be locked on the butterflies. Let's put a bit of petrol in and see what happens. Pouring petrol everywhere. Well, they seem to be holding petrol, nothing leaking. Only where I spilt it. What we do, we take all the bowls off and clean them, and I need to free off the butterflies. So I'm going to have a look now. Right, all the bowls are off. I've managed to free the butterflies. They're not perfect yet. What I did was just spray all the moving parts with a bit of AFC. Then warmed it gently with a heat gun, and presto, they started to go. They should return quicker than that, but we'll see what it's like when they soaked in. There's quite, not much, tarnished bowls. We'll have a look at an emulsion tube. If you can see that, not very clever. Bit blocked here and there. So what I'll do now is pull all the jets, floats out, clean them all up and put them back together, hopefully. See what happens. On the carburetors I've been cleaning, just wanted to show you, that's what come out and that's them ones cleaned. That's the last one to do, that one. Clean the fuel bowls. They're pretty cool. Got the throttle returning better now. I did find a spring missing out of one of these which I've replaced. So what I'll do is set the float heights to 9mm. I'll do a static balance on the bench, a bit old school, but these are so difficult to balance, like the 400. It's hard work. The screws are here. When the carbs are on, got your thermostat housing here. Oh, it's hard work. But what we do, we static balance them, let the guy ride it for a little while, and give it a good clear through, then we do the job properly. Carburetors are all back on. We now have a working throttle, which was C solid, so we've done that. Next job is, I'm going to drain this coolant out. Nice little drain bolt just there. There it is, draining into the wife's washing bowl. She'll be happy. So we'll let that run down. We'll clean out the header tank. What I tend to do is drain them down, measure what I've taken out and just put the same back in. And if it needs any more, just add it. I need to run it up. Obviously I need to change the oil, but I really don't want to run the engine up on the old oil. So what I'll do is I'll warm it with a space heater for a while. Put the heat gauge on it, get it up to 60, 70, something like that, and try and clear what's in it out, which is good. So we'll let that run down. What I noticed, which was quite trick, on the brake torque arm, which goes through there and there, you've got this bar here. The little 400s don't have that, but what it does, keeps the brake caliper in the same place into relation wherever the swinging arm is. Quite a clever idea. I don't want to give this bike back. He won't mind. I've been warming the engine with the space heater, so we'll check the temp. They're about 70, so we can drain the oil. I don't think it's been a race bike. It's a good safety measure to lock the sump bolt up anyway. Mind you, not with what this has been done with. Wife's shopping bowl, washing bowl, I mean. There it comes. Lovely and warm new oil is. Just lets it all come out. We'll get the oil filter off. Put that there. At least that's not over tight. There he goes. I'll let that drain down. I've dropped all the radiator at the front, because what I'm going to do in a minute, after I've changed the oil, is do a compression test. Just make sure the engine's healthy. Right, it's pretty much all drained down. So we'll put the sump plug back in. New washer. One of those, I think. Yep. We'll set the torque wrench. 35 Newton meters. Set. See that? Green light, that's fine. So I'll lock wire it properly instead of barbed wire fencing. That oil is just dripping off the exhaust. It goes everywhere when you take the filter off. Is that done? Always like to preload the filter. Debatable if it makes any difference. Always done it. Let that drip down a bit. A little smear around the top. Clean the face. .12 newtons meters. There she goes. Right, next move, compression test. Right, here we go for a compression test. I'd expect 110, 120. There's the gauge. Do you like my factory check sheet? Right, here we go. Turn her on. Nearly 130. That's good. Do the other side. Bit tricky to get this one in, I think. one's just on 125. It's pretty good. What I'll do the front two, jot them down and show you the results. Right, done all four. At 125 on that one, 130, 130, 125. It's a slight difference, nothing to really worry about. Engine's cold and it ain't been run for years, so hopefully that will come perfectly even when it's been running. So what I've got to do now is put it all back together and see if we can start it up. Right, she's all back together, tanks on, petrol, topped up the oil. The oil light actually went out on the compression test, so that's a good sign. So should we have a go, see if I've messed up? Bit of choke, not sure on the throttle screw yet, might be running a bit fast. Tap again first. Right, I've looked at the fuel tap. It wasn't the fuel tap, it was the little clip that holds the fuel pipe on. I think it's gone a bit weak, so I put a Jubilee on it and it seems to be okay. So I run it up and let it get to temperature. Look, turn it on. Check the coolant, check the oil, if all's good, I'll put the bodywork back on and it's good to go. Right, I've had to balance the carbs. I had all sorts of different exhaust temperatures and whatever. Got my fan running, I'll turn that off. Had to use me right angled screwdriver. Got them the best I can. There's obviously a bit of wear on them. But that's the best I can do with them. Sounds a lot better. The exhaust is starting to clear itself. It was smoking a little bit to start with, but I think we're there. Right, it's all back together and I've got to give it back, which is a shame. I'd like to go out on it and have fun. Might be disillusioned. And you've got that lovely sound. Unmistakable. Back wheel wants changing for a 17-inch so you can get some decent tyres on it. Some race body work and get it to a track day. It's a shame that the spares are so rare and they're so valuable, so it's never going to happen. Hopefully an OW01 next.